apologising. It's all I can do.
I should damn well think you are.
Especially to you. I'm very sorry.
And what about Kathy? God knows if she'll ever talk to you again. And you, I might have chucked bricks.
I'm going to take my tea next door and leave you two to talk. Bye-bye, Chris.
She was not impressed.
I can well imagine. Come on, it wasn't all my fault. I just wanted to...
What exactly? What was so blasted important that it got you into that state?
I just wanted to talk to you, that's all. But you wouldn't even spare me the time.
Well, I'm listening now. Go on, talk.
Look, I want to start up the haulage business again. On my own. I need 20,000 for a decent unit. I've got my eye on a 38-ton, 3-axle job. And 10,000 working capital.
Well, why tell me? Go to the bank.
I've been to the bank, and as of the moment, no go.
They're not keen on giving money to gamblers.
It's not just that. They don't see any favourable prospects for individual hauliers, blah, blah, blah.
But you don't agree.
Look, I've seen some of our old customers. They come back to me guaranteed. Look, it's a good unit, a bargain. I know I can make it work.
So all this is just about cash, or the lack of it.
It's about more than just cash. It's about my future.
Ah, and where do I come into this future of yours?
I've still got my shares in the company. All I want you to do is to buy 30 grand's worth from me. I mean, is that asking too much?
It's the final straw. I can't forgive him.
Then get out. Why make yourself miserable by staying at the mill?
Because it's my home. I saw what happened to Kim. It's not going to happen to me.
Frank and Kim's situation was a bit different. She was having an affair when he threw her out.
I'm not having an affair, if that's what you're hinting at.
I wasn't hinting.
Affair or not, it's still Kim's home. Look at her now, living in a caravan. That's not going to happen to me.
At least she's her own woman.
And I'm going to do my own thing. But I won't give up the mill. I did try, you know. I loved him, I really did. I went into this marriage thinking it would be forever, but no, he blew it.
I've said it before, but if it'll help, there's a room here.
No, I'd be running away. That won't solve anything.
Be realistic. You can't stay at the mill. Not with him there.
I'm not in danger, I don't think.
I know that, but it'll still be very awkward.
Yes, it will. But that's what he's banking on. He thinks I'll climb down. Again.
Can you take it?
Oh, yes. I know him. Know how he works. He's met his match.
He won't be a happy man. He'll cause trouble.
Let him try. I'll fight, Lynn. This time I'll fight.
You can talk until you're blue in the face. The answer would still be no.
You've really got no faith in me, have you?
It's not a question of faith.
Of course it is.
This is emotional blackmail.
Come off it, Dad.
No, you come off it. All right, I admit, I don't want to give you any money. Why? Because I've propped you up in the past and you've only hated me for it.
It's different this time.
Only because you're desperate? Well, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to stand on your own 2 feet. You already owe me £20,000 as it is.
Well, thank you for your kind support.
Hello? How long have you been there?
Not long. I saw the stables from the bus, so I got off at the stop up the road.
See?
Is he hurt?
No, he's just hungry. Telling me to hurry up.
Can I stroke him?
Yeah, come round here. I'm a pat. You like horses, don't you? Only got little brains, though, so they do what we tell them. Well, mostly.
Do you own all the horses?
No, not all of them. I look after them for other people.
If I had an horse, I'd look after it myself.
It would be cheaper.
Can I help?
I don't see why not. Come on, we'll find you a brush. And a ladder, I think. This way. Thanks for everything, Lynn.
Don't be daft. I just wish there was more I could do. Are you sure you don't want to come here for a while?
No, really, I'm going to cope. Anyway, you've enough on your plate with Peter. How is he?
Oh, he's getting better. The doctors are keeping a check on his hearing, just in case.
I suppose the way things are with my marriage, it's a relief we don't have any kids. I can't see myself as a mum. Obviously not to be.
Plenty of time yet.
I'm not getting any younger. And my Mr. Right seems to have gone all wrong.
Well, don't wait for Mr. Right. If you want a baby, have one.
Haven't I got enough trouble?
What's trouble? Being a single parent. I cope.
You're different. You've got money, a home. You can afford lots of babies. Lynn, are you broody?
Must be the weather.
So who would be the father then? Come on.
I haven't thought that through. Since Pete died, I haven't met one person I could imagine settling down with. And anyway,
What?
I don't know if I want a permanent fixture. Babies don't have to come all tied up with love and marriage, do they?
Well, they usually are.
I don't want to have to wait for someone else. What if he never arrives? I want the baby, not the baggage that goes with it. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, but think of how the man might feel.
Why should he ever know?
Well, he'd have to. He'd want to.
My life, my home, my child. Simple.
You've got it all planned, haven't you? You're going to do it.
You're not like that. I'm not rushing off this afternoon or even next week. Week after that, maybe.
Until we came up here, I never saw any animals much, except dogs and cats. We did have an hamster at school, though.
Well, thanks a lot, Kelly. You've been a great help.
I like it here. Can I come back?
Yeah, of course you can.
Great.
Although I think you ought to find some old clothes. And I must have a word with your parents.
But they won't mind. They want me to find something to do.
Do they know you're here now?
No. What time is it?
4:45. Is there a problem?
No. Just better get home. You know, homework.
Well, thanks for all your hard work.
It was great. Kim,
Yes?
if I did lots of work, could I, get on a horse, sit on it?
I think we could manage that. Though something a bit smaller than thunder, eh?
Great. Great.
Oh, are you in all right tonight?
Honestly, do you ever listen? I'm going out.
Oh, yeah, your poetry evening. I remember. You look very enthusiastic.
I'm not really sure about it.
Doesn't seem to be your sort of thing.
It isn't. Richard suggested it. He said they get quite a good crowd, so I thought
You might meet someone.
I might. Then again, I might not. Who knows? I better go.
Sorry, hang on.
Dad, I've got a dash. I'm late already.
I just wondered if,
What?
Look, I know you're not a kid anymore, but when you come back, if you need me, I'll be here.
I'll bear that in mind, thanks.
I thought you might like to talk. You know, tell someone about it. I sort of know what you're going through. It's a bit like my AA meetings. Well, not exactly, but nerves get the better of you sometimes.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. I don't seem to be able to communicate with my kids these days.
You're doing just fine.
Yeah, well, tell that to Chris.
Don't worry, I'm not his favourite person at the moment either.
Why not? Oh, don't tell me he's been asking you for money as well.
And I had to turn him down.
Idiot.
Yes, but I still feel sorry for him. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Hello, Mum.
Where on earth have you been? I've been worried sick.
Kim says I can go back there and ride a horse.
State of
We
you.
brushed it. And when you feed her,
your
she'll roll around like
uniform.
this in case
Get all
it bites.
over it.
She says I can go back there. I can go back there, can't I?
Go back where?
The stable.
And who's going to talk to us?
Kim Barker, she's the owner.
And that's where you've been? Upstairs, get clean, then a little chat about being late. What's going on? You wouldn't be behaving like this if your dad were here. Behaving like what? Causing me a load of grief. You, hanging around poachers with shotguns. It was only a bit of fun. Shotguns and kids don't mix, not down home and not up here. And you, staying out late. Well, it's going to stop.
But I like hanging around with the old man.
The post office has reopened. Let's get a wedding anniversary card for Eric and Elizabeth.
Good.
Yeah. Oh. How's that tray for you?
Yeah, I know.
Are you going to open it?
I think I know what it's from.
Yeah? Who?
You open it.
Your summons to appear in court.
Yep, we drink driving spree.
Next week.
Great.
Go and see Frank Tate. He said he'd help.
What's he gonna do? Bribe the judge?
He'll get you a lawyer.
Well, what for? What's the point? I'm gonna plead guilty. I was guilty. I'll keep it simple.
It's not going to be that simple, though, is it?
I'll think about it later.
Archie, think about it now. You've got to prepare yourself.
I'll get a ban and a fine, probably.
What if it's more than that? What if it's a spell in prison?
That's right. Cheer me up.
Sorry, I'm just being realistic, that's all.
Look, if the worst comes to the worst, you'll have to find yourself a new childminder, won't you?
Oh.
Sorry, Seth, we're closed.
Oh, you're not tired.
Well, go on, what do you want?
Some lozenges. Keep me warm on a cold night.
160.
Where's boss?
In Plymouth.
What's he doing down there?
Looking for an old car.
Another one?
I know. I'm sort of glad you came over, Seth. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's about Scott.
What's he doing now?
Well, about what happened last night.
What?
Well, can you imagine how worried I was when he told me he'd been shot at?
You were never shot at.
You shot at them, though, didn't you?
I was going to fire a warning shot, but I held back when I saw him.
Scott! Scott! Come out here, now!
What? I ain't gonna tell him.
You've been telling your tales again.
No, I haven't.
You told me you were shot at last night.
Well, we could have been shot at.
I was the one with the gun and I didn't use it.
Yeah, but there were poachers, weren't there, Seth?
Well, I can't deny that.
Look, my husband's away for a few days. I'm on my own with 3 kids. Do me a favour, Seth. Keep me oldest little angel out of trouble, eh? This game farm isn't the place for a kid.
Kid? What kid? I'm not a kid.
You're a pest, whatever else you are. Now, take your point, Mrs. Windsor. But I can't be blamed for him turning up a game farm when he does. But I promise you this, if he ever comes there again, I'll make sure he comes straight home.
Thanks, Seth. But you won't be going to the game farm again, will you?
No, Mum.
Good.
Well,
I was just thinking.
okay. It's a nice cottage.
Yeah.
We can always go back and have another look if you like.
And there's room for Mark and Rachel if they want to stay.
You don't look too pleased about it, Joe.
Well, I've just got reservations.
Yeah, I know how you feel. But if you want my opinion, you'd be doing the right thing. You have to move on.
I suppose so.
It's just what you need. When your divorce comes through, you want to make a fresh start. This will help.
Maybe you're right.
Okay, well, look at it this way. Could be worse. Could be living in a cramped old caravan.
Yeah, true.
I heard what your mother said. You can't stop here, so get off home.
She's daft. She got it all wrong.
I said she did. I'm asking myself where she managed to get hold of a story like that in first place.
She didn't listen properly, I expect.
Huh.
Well, I may have got a bit carried away.
I'll give you carried away.
But I didn't know she'd go and talk to you about it.
Well, she did.
Well, what's these?
I'm making them for shoot.
Could I help?
No, you can get off home.
Well, I could carve. You could show me.
Listen, I'm not going against your parents. If you want to come back here, go home and work on them, not me. Now go on home.
I think there are enough of us here now to make a start. We'd better, or we'll be here all night. Welcome to all of you. I'm glad to see a couple of new faces. That's great. Well, most of you know how these evenings work, so let's push on. The contributions tonight are very varied. The first one I'm going to read is by Arlene Ferguson. It's called Missing the Train. It never happens to her, my friend Angela. It never happens to me, she says. Is it triumph I can hear? It never happens to you, I say, to my friend Angela. Is it hating I can hear? No, I love her.
I've told you before, you will not be sent to prison.
You're going to be sitting in the courtroom wearing a wig and a cloak?
No.
Then you don't know if I'll get sent to prison or not. Only the judge knows that.
It'll be a fine, probably. It's what happens these days. And I'll pay it. I'll put my solicitor onto it. You've got nothing to worry about.
Easy for you to say, Frank.
I'm sorry, Archie. I blame myself. The drink driving was all my fault.
You'll tell that to the judge, will you?
If it helps, yes.
I don't blame you, Frank. It was my fault. I got drunk. I drove the car.
Yes, but I led you astray.
I had a choice.
Leave it to me. It'll be all right. You'll see.
That's something in the blood, surely. That long novitiate, answering the lunar wave, but now more urgently, life's helical drive, refuses the world's perpetual diaconite, ignores comment, will not treat with answers, and settles easily into its place.
I could murder one of them if there's one going.
You're late.
Well, I met Kim at the pub for a drink.
And now you want to drink my beer? How cheeky can you get?
Well, you won't have to put up with it for much longer.
Oh?
Yeah, I didn't just go to the pub with Kim. I went to see a cottage.
Where?
In the village. Kim heard about it. Thought it might do me.
What, are you buying it?
Renting. It's mine when I want it.
You sure that's what you want?
Well, Jack, with my divorce going through and my new job, I just thought, time I moved on.
Well, we'd never push you out, you know that.
I know that, but I can't hang around here forever like some spare part.
You're not a spare part.
Yeah, I know, but this place is getting a bit full. And it's going to get fuller.
What about Mark and Rachel?
Well, there's room there if they need it. If they really need it, that is.
Well, they're welcome here too, you know they are.
Thanks. Really? Thanks.
When will you move in?
Next week.
As soon as that?
Well, why not?
Well, we'll miss you.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Gets a bit cramped in here.
Yes. Looks like it's been a successful evening for you.
I'm Jude. I don't think I've seen you here before.
No.
Is this your first visit?
Yes.
Well, what do you think of us then?
It's interesting.
We're all amateurs. Sometimes we're good, sometimes we're bad, but we're never boring.
Good.
Do you write yourself?
No, not really. Actually, not at all. You?
I dabble. I'll be reading 2 of my own poems after the interval.
Oh.
Would you like to join us?
Thanks.
If you've come about Kathy, she's not here.
I haven't come about, Kathy.
No?
No.
Well, that makes a change.
All right, then.
You should talk to someone about her.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do. Your marriage is in a mess. Your wife hates you.
She doesn't hate me.
Could have fooled me.
OK, so I've got a few problems, and maybe I'm to blame for most of them.
Humility.
But I think that's our business.
So why have you come, Chris?
I need some cash.
Not giving us a second chance.
I've got to get back. It's a long drive.
A bit of a wasted journey.
That sounds like the title of a poem.
That's not very kind.
No, it isn't. I'm sorry, this just isn't me.
What isn't you?
All this tortured soul bit, bearing your feelings in public.
I don't think that's all they're trying to do.
It's very intense, isn't it?
Oh, so you're an expert? Look, some of these people have taken months to express themselves.
I'm not sure they should have bothered. I'm sorry, that was cheap.
Yes. Yes, it was.
What about the bank?
Oh, it didn't feel right, you know. I want to run a small outfit. Personal, you know.
I'm not a fool, Chris. They turned you down, right?
Okay, yeah, they turned me down.
So why me? We've never even liked each other.
We have respected each other, though, haven't we? I mean, I've always respected you.
And?
And you must have a lot of spare cash floating around. The inheritance from Bill Whiteley?
Is invested.
Oh, come on. Your money, my shares, it's a good deal.
What do the other shareholders think? Zoe, Frank, how do they feel?
Well, I'll sort it out with them.
Oh, will you?
So are you interested?
Possibly. I'll have to think about it.
Well, how long will that take?
I don't know. There's a lot to consider.
I need to know. I'll lose the truck if I have out.
Well, if I take too long, you can always go elsewhere, can't you?
Thanks, love.
Where's Joe?
Upstairs, packing.
What?
He's in the bath.
He is leaving because he wants to, isn't he, Jack?
Yeah. Why?
Because Emmerdale's his home. It belongs to him just as much as it belongs to us.
Well, you heard him. He wants to make a new start.
I know. But it might be bravado. I'd feel terrible if he decided to move out because of the baby.
I don't think he's that sensitive, love.
Talk to him, Jack.
And say what?
Well, ask him if he really knows what he's doing. His divorce is about to go through. Rachel and Mark are off his hands now. He's going to be lonely in that cottage by himself.
Well, he won't listen to me, love. You know what Joe's like once he's made up his mind about something.
Then I'll talk to him.
Just leave him, love. He doesn't need mothering. If it doesn't work out, he'll end up back here any road.
Do you think I'm overreacting?
Yeah.
I just want him to be happy. As happy as we are.
So do I.
What is it?
Nothing. How do you feel?
I feel marvellous.
You're coping with your drink problem. Very well, I admire that. You're very strong-minded.
You bring the best out of me.
Flatterer.
Sorry, I've not had a lot of practice at this lately.
If you had, I wouldn't be here. What's the matter?
You're staying here as my guest. I don't want to press you, risk our friendship.
Oh, you could never do that.
You know, they say lovers don't stay friends. Do you think that's true?
I think that we should find out.